I always thought it like came from Buddhist temples and stuff like that. That's what I thought.
You watch too much television.
How did a teenage crush of Sholo's mom make him go to the audition? Why did Mary's boyfriend fail to make her watch The Karate Kid before her audition? And how Jacob managed to nail the audition, even with an old script? Sholo Mariduena. Though Xolo is an all-valley karate champion, and hey, the lead actor of the show, he had no idea about karate when he came into the casting room. On top of that, he only had 3 years of acting experience, so he had to try hard to impress the directors. Sholo's mom is a huge fan of the franchise, so when Xolo played tennis growing up and wore a tennis band on his forehead, his mom would always call him Ralph Macchio. So when he told her about the casting call, it was like a sign from the universe that he had to try out.
I knew little to none about what Cobra Kai was until I showed my audition to my mom, and she was like, "Are you kidding me? You don't know what this is?"
This audition changed Xolo's life. As Xolo revealed, to be quite honest, I had minimal experience when it came to karate. I had taken a year or so of karate when I was very young. I never really got into it until booking the first season of Cobra Kai. So it seems like the casting producers were looking for an outstanding personality, with acting skills first and foremost, and it definitely paid off. However, for Xolo, it meant twice as much work to look convincing as a karate pro on the screen. Him and Mary had to spend more than just a couple of days practicing the circle routine. And that's on top of everyday boxing training and karate stunt coordination. Now that we've filmed almost 2 seasons, I have more karate experience, but the majority of what we practice is stunts and boxing. I can say confidently that I'm more comfortable doing those than traditional karate. Wonder if Xolo will continue booking action movies from now on. Tanner Buchanan. While many actors struggle to book even one role for months, Tanner shockingly managed to get 2 at once. Buchanan was in the middle of filming Designated Survivor in Toronto, Canada, when he found out that he was picked as Roby for Cobra Kai. Hard to imagine, but Tanner somehow managed to fit in intensive Muay Thai training for 8 months while he was filming another project. That's amazing dedication and discipline for someone who was just 19 years old at the time. Tanner revealed that he had a little bit of karate training before, saying, just as it seems most kids around the age of 10 to 12 do, but he had to quit, choosing to pursue his acting career instead. And look how that turned out. The casting directors were looking for multi-talented actors, but little did they know that Tanner's roller skating skills would save a whole episode. None of the actors were asked if they could skate beforehand, so the night before filming one of the coolest scenes at the skating rink, stunt coordinators decided to have a skating test drive. Turns out that Mary, who was paired up with Tanner, had no idea how to skate and would fall every 10 seconds. Tanner had to pull her back from falling so often that you can actually spot it on screen in the series. Who'd have thought those were the kind of skills you need to mention at the casting call? Mary Mouser. Just like most of her co-stars, Mary had little idea what she signed up for. She had never seen the movies in her life, unlike her boyfriend, an avid Karate Kid fan, Brett Pierce. When Mary told him about the audition for Cobra Kai, he was so hyped to see his girlfriend become part of the most iconic franchise. But Mary hadn't even seen the movie. Brett tried to convince her to watch the first one at least, but she was so afraid of the pressure of the iconic legacy that she kept postponing the movie night. And when Mary finally booked the role of Sam, she received a call from Ralph Macchio himself, welcoming her into the family. That night, the whole cast gathered and binge-watched all of the movies together. What could be better than watching The Karate Kid with the original cast? Right? Well, the fun part ended the next day, when Mary had to start preparing for the role. Before the official training started, Mary realized that the part required much more dedication and decided to start her training earlier, learning Muay Thai and kickboxing before they brought the whole cast to the set. Jacob Bertrand. Jacob's audition was probably the fastest. One day, his agent just called him and asked him to come down for an audition. For some reason, Bertrand received an old version of the script, but he only found out during his reading session in front of the directors. Jacob received a new script and was given just 10 minutes to go over it and act it out. Luckily, he nailed it without even rehearsing properly. Just 3 hours later, they called him back to congratulate him on booking the role. All in one day. Jacob was probably the most experienced in karate before the casting call started. Bertrand started taking karate classes when he was 8 years old and has gone as far as purple belt. Though Jacob quit afterwards, he was still very much invested in sports, like grappling training and skateboarding. So no wonder the casting directors were confident of both his acting and physical abilities. To play Hawk, Jacob agreed to a pretty harsh condition for his role: no changing your appearance for the entire time of filming. Turns out Hawk's authentic look is actually Jacob's natural grown hair that's heavily bleached. For each scene, they used so much hairspray to get it to stand still that at the end of each season, Jacob has to cut his hair short because it's just dead. If one is not a fan of colored or long hair, imagine how annoying that must be. In an interview with Red Carpet News TV, Jacob revealed that he's already growing his hair back for season 3. Peyton List. Since Peyton joined the team only mid-season, she had a lot of catching up to do. No wonder the directors chose such an experienced actress for this part. Peyton has been in at least one of your favorite Disney projects. The directors probably didn't have to audition Peyton, as she's done such a great job on Disney's The Swamp, Bunked, and Jessie already. But it's very refreshing to see a Disney princess take on the role of a cold bitch. Peyton had to travel between Atlanta and LA while filming Cobra Kai, since she was working on other projects too. But that's where her talent stepped in, as her stunt double revealed to Cheat Sheet. The amount of time we got with her was very little. Luckily for us, she picked up choreography very quickly. She was very open to learning and to really perfecting her method and choreography as much as she possibly could. That's what professional actresses do. Ralph Macchio and William Zabka.
Looks worse than it feels, believe me. Yeah.
Thanks to the director of the original Karate Kid, John Adlinson, we can find the very first audition tapes on the internet because he was filming each and every step. As Ralph recalls, his first audition for Karate Kid was a very intriguing one, as he was just 22. He entered a room full of teenage boys, and everyone was just standing there complaining about the film title, saying it was bad. And though Ralph absolutely hated the name too, he went into the casting call without rehearsing beforehand and had a cold read with the director. Even though he was extremely nervous and remembers touching his nose a lot, he still landed the role.
I did have the script, but it wasn't rehearsed outside of preparing. And he said to me at the end of it, he goes, I would maybe take up some martial arts lesson or start taking karate, but I can't answer for sure.
And here we are. William Zabka had pretty much the same memories of casting for the Karate Kid, but he revealed that it was absolutely overwhelming returning to the role for the second time. As he revealed to Men's Health, if it was a new character, it really wouldn't matter. But all of a sudden, I'm Johnny Lawrence again. And imagining what he would be doing today. At the age of 58, Zabka had to go back to training, and it took him some time and effort to do it. Coming back to Cobra Kai had me jump back in real hard, so I could be camera ready. Karate is like riding a bike. You jump back into it. Although your joints can be a little bit different as your muscles can get sore. During his 12-hour workday, he's been practicing karate, taekwondo, strength conditioning, and cardio, and it all totally paid off. What do you guys think? Which role would you pick to audition for? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, no mercy here.